Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present about our topic of presentation, and I'm the first presenter. Let's go to the presentation. So our topic is affect and other individual differences. The first subtopic is personality and second language learning. Personality can be conceived of as stable traits or qualities in a person, as more dynamic moods that are related to the cognitive processing of emotions, or even as predispositions that have been learned through social experience. In second language acquisition research, trait personality models have been privileged so far, and the main such models and their concomitant instruments have been used. There are three models of psychologically oriented investigations that measure the effect of learners towards in the second language. First is based on Eysenck model of personality, or as known as PEN or PEN, and the second is the Meyer and Prix model, which declares that cognition and affect are difficult to separate, and the third is the five-factor model from Big Five, which is a combination of the preceding two models and is the dominant model now. The second subtopic is extraversion and speaking styles. The personality trait of extraversion has always attracted the imagination of second language researchers, but the results were initially so mixed that they led to disillusionment and avoidance of research in this area, making extraversion an unloved variable in the second language field. This is from Duaili and Furnham, 1999. They synthesize convincing evidence from first language studies showing that extraversion and speaking styles are related. Duaili and Furnham point at three robust first language findings in psychology. First is extroverts have better short-term memory. Second is they are more impervious to stress and anxiety than introverts, and the third is they speak more fluently and introvert. The third is they speak more fluently than introverts. So that is the extraversion and speaking styles. For the next subtopic will be present by my other members. So thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabilah Ajeng Putri Trisdianti, and I'll continue the explanation. The next is learner orientation to communication and accuracy. Some personality traits, extraversion and speaking predispositions, concern for communication versus accuracy, appear to be related to speaking styles that are most directly measurable via fluency effect. Introverts and L2 speakers concerned for accuracy produce less fluent speech, searching for better lexical terms and repressing themselves more. Thus, speaking styles are traditionally explained as fluency accuracy trade-offs, but the lack of actual accuracy or self-correction effect in the available studies suggests that they may in fact be better conceived of as fluency complexity trade-off instead. Thus, another plausible prediction is that personality and learners' concern for either communication or accuracy may have an impact on speaking style by triggering trade-offs between fluency and complexity rather than fluency and accuracy. The latter, however, is the possibility usually favored in information processing theoretical prediction. The next is foreign language anxiety. The variable of anxiety has been mostly studied in SLR in its own right, rather than in connection with personality. Simply put, some individuals report experiencing intense feelings of apprehension, tension, and even fear when they think of foreign language. The best well-known measure of anxiety is the Foreign Language Classroom Anxiety Scale (VLCAS) developed by Horwitz and colleagues. It comprises 33 5-point Likert scale items, mostly statements about anxiety when speaking or producing the language and more general apprehensive attitude towards foreign language learning. Another instrument is the Input, Processing and Output Anxiety Scale (EPOAS) developed by McKinstry and Jarner 1994. It includes 18 5-point Likert scale items specifically related to anxiety caused at the input stage of encountering oral or written input.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Elfin Farida. In this opportunity, I would like to explain about willingness to communicate and L2 contact. In second language acquisition, willingness to communicate or WTC is the idea that language students who are willing to communicate in the second language actively look for chance to communicate. And furthermore, these learners actually do communicate in the second language. Therefore, the ultimate goal of the learning process should be to engender in language education students. In the first language, WTC is associated to a complex of personality subtraits such as introversion, shyness, apprehension of communication, and reticence. WTC in the L1 is thought to systematically predict how inclined people are to initiate communication when they have a free choice to do so across situation and interlocutors. In the L2 literature, WTC has been called the most immediate determinant of L2 use, and its independence from WTC is the L1 has been firmly established by Baker and McIntyre 2000, and individuals' communicative confidence in the L2 greatly contributes to her or his WTC in the L2. And the next slide, cognitive styles, field independence, and field sensitivity. Canadian psychologist Johnson et al. 2000 argued, in the context of L2 learning, field independence may be related to better success with detecting patterns in the L2 input, dealing with grammatical rules, and being able to self-monitor during L2 production, whereas field independence may facilitate learning holistically from input via memorization as well as learning through communication with others by picking up pragmatic and social cues. They speculated that field dependence may foster the holistic learning of patterned formulas and expression that contribute to fluent communicative expression. According to Erman and Lever, the best language learners can learn new material well both in and out of context and therefore can be expected to score high on field independence as well as on field sensitivity.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nanda Pratama, and in this video I want to explain the next topic, and my topic is learning stylist profiles. learning style profile in the first according 10 willing, first interviewed 40 teacher and 25 adult ESL students, and later survey 516 more students. Using psychology, develop learning styles and measure consisting of 4 learning profiles. Number 1, confiders. Number 2, defenders. Number 3, accommodator. And the last, assimilator. And the next, according to rate, develop an instrument designed to tap ESL and EFL learners, private sensory learning modes such as visual. Number 1, auditory. Number 2, kinesthetic or tactical, and group or individualistic learning orientation. One superordinate the style dimension according Ehman and Lever. The synopsis versus ectaxis. Synopsis learning is reliant on institution and subconscious control, whereas actinic learning generally occurs under conscious control of the learner. And the next explain you can read in my paper, or you want to read detail or specific about learning styles profile, you can read in my paper. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amaliyatul Khusniyah Arif. Now our group present about effect and other individual differences in second language acquisition. I will explain about learning strategies. Learning strategies are conscious mental and behavioral procedures that people use to gain control over their learning process. These are subjective and can range from cognitive, metacognitive, social affective strategies. John Rabin summarized the first empirical studies of second language learning strategies. There are 6 key attributes of good learners. They are good guessers, they pay analytical attention to form but also attend to meaning, they try out their new knowledge, they monitor their production and that of others, and they constantly practice. The last is they cope well with feelings of vulnerability for the sake of putting themselves in situations where they communicate and learn. Then, learning strategies developed by Rebecca Oxford and colleges have 6 types of strategy are posited in the model: affective, social, metacognitive, cognitive, memory-related, and compensatory. The solution and flourishing learning strategies may have been found by Durkheim, who has pointed at self-regulation theory as a framework that offers SLA researchers a theoretically principled way to reconceptualize their thinking about strategic behavior during second language learning. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Clarisa, Maulida Fatichatur Riszky. Okay, here I will continue the explanation about self-regulation theory. The starting point of self-regulation theory is that human endeavors are always goal-directed, intentional, effortful, and voluntary. In the face of multiple, often competing and almost always hierarchically interconnected goals and ensuing environmental challenges, humans are capable of achieving the ends they choose to pursue because they are able to self-regulate their behavior. Self-regulation involves creative and conscious efforts that address many phases of action control, including self-directed problem analysis, commitment building, progress evaluation, and long-term maintenance. Moreover, it is not only action and thought but also feeling they are self-regulated. Since coping with emotions and negative affect is crucial when goals become difficult or even unattainable. Thus, one novel advantage of self-regulation theory is that cognition and affect can be studied together in principal ways. The relevance of self-regulation theory of SLA and individuals' differences is clear. Learning another language poses a high anxiety and complex challenges that demands cognitive as well as affective. Self-regulation and individuals differ in their capacity to self-regulate. All for us, thank you for attention. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.